Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jocelyn, and for today's topic, I'm going to provide you the latest travel restrictions for former Filipino citizens entering Philippines. Please take note that former Filipino citizens are those who have been naturalized in a foreign country. So if you have been a permanent resident even for several years or decades, if you have not been a naturalized foreign citizen, you are still considered a Filipino citizen. The rules are less restrictive for Filipino nationals or dual citizens or Filipino passport holders, but the rules are more strict for former Filipino citizens. Please take note that former Filipino citizens must be fully vaccinated. If you're unvaccinated, you will be denied entry except for minor children. I will have different segments for this video for former Filipino citizens traveling alone and former Filipino citizens traveling with their children or foreign spouse. The rules are different. The rules governing former Filipino citizens or balikbayans are outlined under IATF Resolution number 160B and 160D, which contains an amendment. However, there was a clarification from the Bureau of Immigration regarding the return ticket requirement. So this is actually good news for balikbayans and those traveling with their foreign spouse or children. The return ticket requirement is not required for balikbayan. So the Bureau of Immigration announced that arriving balikbayan and their spouse and children who are traveling with them are exempted from presenting a return or outbound ticket. The exemption is in compliance with a recent resolution from IATF exempting former Filipinos as well as the spouse and children of Filipinos or former Filipinos who are traveling with them from the requirement. Those arriving under a balikbayan status will enjoy their one-year visa-free privileges in the Philippines. Another clarification from the Bureau of Immigration for balikbayans: the foreign spouse or the foreign child or children traveling with the balikbayan must be a national of a country included under Executive Order number 408. So there are 157 countries. However, if the family members of Filipinos are not included in the list of visa-free countries, they are required to secure an entry visa prior to their arrival in the Philippines. For all former Filipino citizens traveling alone, you must be fully vaccinated. No vaccine, no entry. Also, you must possess an acceptable proof of vaccination. There are now updated list of countries with acceptable proof of vaccination based on reciprocity agreement. Third requirement is that you must present a negative RT-PCR test taken within 48 hours prior to the date and time of departure from the country of origin or first port of embarkation in a continuous travel to the Philippines, excluding layovers. So you must not leave the airport premises and you must not be admitted into another country during such layover. If you exit a foreign country, you will have to start all over again regarding the presentation of negative RT-PCR test. Another requirement, you must have a passport valid for 6 months and also a travel insurance prior to arrival for COVID-19 treatment costs with a minimum coverage of $35,000 for the duration of your stay in the Philippines. I will discuss later on the workaround for the travel insurance. Also, return ticket is no longer required per the Bureau of Immigration Advisory on February 11. As a former Filipino, you can actually apply for dual citizenship at the Bureau of Immigration in Manila. I'm going to provide the information for specific requirements so you can become a dual citizen in the Philippines and you can stay in the Philippines for good after acquiring dual citizenship. Former Filipino citizens traveling with foreign child or children, here are the requirements. Unvaccinated minor children below 12 years of age traveling with their fully vaccinated parent can enter. However, the foreign child must be a national of a country included under Executive Order Number 408 for visa-free entry. Also, the child must present a negative RT-PCR test taken within 48 hours prior to the date and time of departure. Also, the passport must be valid for at least 6 months at the time of arrival. Another requirement: travel insurance for COVID-19 treatment costs with a minimum coverage of $35,000 for the duration of their stay in the Philippines. There is another workaround to this one. If you are still in a foreign country and if you have time before traveling to the Philippines, please report the birth of your child and eventually you can apply for a Philippine passport. This is the only workaround that I can see if you wanted to avoid buying travel insurance. However, if there's no time to send the report of birth and there's no way to get a Philippine passport for your child, then go ahead and get this travel insurance. Also, return ticket is no longer required if the foreign child is traveling with the former Filipino or Filipino citizen. Here are the requirements for foreign spouse of a former Filipino. You must travel with a foreign spouse and the foreign spouse must be a national of a country included under EO 408. Also, you must be fully vaccinated, must carry acceptable proof of vaccination, and you must also present a negative RT-PCR test taken within 48 hours prior to the date and time of departure from the country of origin or first port of embarkation. You must have a passport valid for 6 months, and you must also obtain a travel insurance with a minimum coverage of $35,000. In addition, you are no longer required to present a return ticket or an onward ticket. Also, there is no facility-based quarantine but only self-monitor for 7 days. Here are the immigration entry requirements. You actually have two options. First, you must have your foreign passport plus your valid or old Philippine passport. If you don't possess an old or valid Philippine passport, you must have a valid or authentic Philippine birth certificate for purposes of proving your former Filipino citizenship. For former Filipinos or Filipinos traveling with their foreign spouse, the foreign spouse must present their foreign passport plus authentic marriage certificate. If traveling with a foreign child, foreign passport plus authentic birth certificate. For adopted child, foreign passport plus adoption certificate. Visa-free privileges for foreign nationals married to Filipino or former Filipino traveling together under EO 408. Also, you must present an authentic marriage certificate. Also, report of marriage is not required to enter in the Philippines. In addition, proceed to Filipino Lane at Immigration and tell Immigration you will be availing of the Balikbayan visa. Based on the latest IATF resolution, here are the list of countries with vaccination certificate acceptance or recognition. This is only for purposes of providing acceptable proof of vaccination. So if you have been vaccinated in these countries, the COVID certificate will be recognized in the Philippines. So please take note of this list of countries. This is under the third option of acceptable proof of vaccination in the Philippines. Another requirement is the registration to One Health Pass within 3 days of arrival in the Philippines. Click on the One icon and then there's a word register. Click on the One icon and then it will direct you to the healthcare platform. You must also upload proof of vaccination and negative RT-PCR test in the One Health Pass. For those required to quarantine in a hotel facility, must have confirmed hotel booking. Go to One Health Pass and find the quarantine facility list. For those with connecting flights, pre-book your hotel at the first point of entry and not on final destination. In addition, please register through the Traze Mobile Application. For those asking regarding the use of face shield and a face mask, face shield is optional in alert levels 1, 2, or 3. Here are the complete rules regarding the use of face shield. Please refer to this guidance. Also, the rules can change anytime, but face mask is still required. Regarding the requirement of a travel insurance, I actually have a video on that and I would recommend to check it out. If you're going to be affected by this new travel protocol, please share in the comment section below your travel experience. Thank you guys for supporting my channel, and if you have any other questions or comments, please post them down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you guys for watching, and if you haven't liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. I always welcome new subscribers. Thank you guys for supporting my channel. I hope everyone is staying safe and have a great day.